Hello everyone, I'm Michelle Waxer, Dating Wing Woman, and today what we're going to be focusing on is really how to create more interesting conversations on dating apps. You've likely, wow, I just said likely in a weird way. You've likely gotten the message of, hey, how's it going? Hey, how was your weekend? Hi. Boring, right? Does that ever stand out to you? Are you ever excited to respond to that message? Even if you say, I'm good, how are you? Where is that conversation going, right? It likely will fizzle out or it'll just be really, really boring, all right? So, what we want to do when we're starting a conversation on a dating app is we want to make it pattern interrupting. What I mean by this is that a lot of people are talking the same on dating apps, right? When they match with someone, they're just saying, hey, how's it going? How was your weekend? What did you do, right? And it really becomes all the same, right? You're not standing out in this sea of people. So, a really good approach to when you're starting a conversation is to ask someone a deep or intriguing or interesting question about themselves, and then provide a sentence or two of context as to how or why it relates to you as well. Let me give you an example. So, in a previous video, I mentioned that I love Dunkaroos. If you've never had them, they were a big childhood snack in the 90s. They stopped making them for a while, and now they're back. You can get them at most stores, I think. Basically, they're little cookies you dunk in frosting. Delicious. So I had that on my dating profile as something a little weird and interesting, but people in my age range, they're probably going to know what it was, right? If you grew up in the 90s. So for me personally, right, if I got a message, like, hey, what's your favorite type of Dunkaroo, right? I know for me personally, it was the cookies that I dunked in the Funfetti frosting. I had them every day after school, and it was really the best part of my day. If I got a message like that, hell yeah, I'm responding. Hell yeah, I already have that connection point. Someone is connecting with me. They're asking a question about myself, but they're also connecting it to them as well. So this is something that you want to be doing, is picking something out from someone's profile, asking a question about it, about them, and then also providing a little bit of context as to how it relates to you, as to why it's intriguing to you or how it relates in general, right? If someone doesn't have a lot in their profile or you're not sure what to say, you can also do this in a more general way. So you've likely heard this if you've been following me, but one of my favorite questions to ask is, what's your dream? Because it goes deeper. Most people aren't asked what their dream was or is ever. And so when they start to think about it, it's a bit interesting, right? And sometimes people might give you a surface level answer when you start, but as you dig deeper, it gets to the core of really who they are, what they value, and what they want out of life, right? And so you can ask a question like, what's your dream? I really love doing this, and I would love to someday be in this position, doing this, living here, however you want to interpret it, right? But making sure that number one, you're starting off with that question. Number two, you're connecting it to yourself. This breaks the pattern interruption of being just like the other matches or just like all the other people on the apps that are starting boring conversations. And you're able to get more out of that person as well.